welcome to the Climbing Daily Friday Gear Show. We're in the Black Diamond showroom talking everything gear, and I've got next to me Christian, marketing genius, and we're standing up because we're talking about bouldering pads.
So, hello, my name is Christian, working at Black Diamond, head of marketing Europe. And usually this would be Jonathan's job here, but he's out in Chamonix doing the guiding thing. But I can talk also forever about bouldering. I love bouldering. So, and I think we start with a triple C pad. That's the Circuit C. So that's completely new to the line. So we do have basically a triple fold pad. This is our entry price point. Pad price is 270 euros.
Okay.
You have two different foams, a closed cell top layer and an open cell dampening layer. The advantage is obvious here, like you just create a way bigger landing zone with a triple fold pad, but also when you fold it together again, it's relatively slim on your back, and so you can also walk around pretty easily through a boulder field.
Well, and cars as well, because like, I mean, my first car was a Ford KA, the old school one, and trying to fit bouldering pads into cars is tricky. So having something that's thin is really important.
So especially for bouldering areas like Fontainebleau, when you have like climbing on traverses or having anyway a couple of people with you, and then you come with a triple C, that gives you a lot of like landing zone and is relatively light. I think it's around 6.5 kilograms.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the entry level starting point. So let's step things up to maybe tier 2.
Yeah, I don't have all the pads with me today because they're gone to Ticino with all the athletes, but the high-end pad and what's new to the family is the Erratic bouldering pad. Completely new design. It's really made for those missions where you might have a longer approach. So weight comes with a 5.6 kilogram. Unfolded, you have a landing area of about 1.22 meters to 1 meter. It's 11 centimeters in thickness with the foam. It's also here we do have packed in a little bit more, and maybe can ask to come a little bit closer with the camera.
So, lots of really thick foam.
Yeah.
And you've got hard foam and then softer foam in the middle.
Exactly. So you have an open cell foam in the middle, and then a closed cell foam as a layer on the top and on the bottom, and two different sizes. So you can also depend, like if you have like a low ball and a roof where you have land a little bit with the back on a spiky rock, then you use the other way around. But super durable foam, and so that foam has intersections, like cross-linked intersections. So it's also with this horizontal force that usually you wear out a pad and the foam really quickly if you have a uneven ground and you land on top, and then that rips the cells apart. The goal of this pad was really to have a more like durable pad, to create a light and durable pad with also the corners. You see that corner system is different made than what you see on the market with all the other pads.
So if I grab this one, the corner is more of a normal corner.
Exactly, that's just a corner seam, and we're having a folding flap folded over, and you have more layers and it's more durable. We tested that intensively in the lab, but also in the field, and more durable material. Also, the Erratic and also the Mondo is made of recycled material. So we try to do everything what we can to go in a more sustainable direction. One, having more durable products, and second, using recycled materials.
Now the back of the pad gets exciting as well. I don't often wax lyrical about a carrying system, but this is like a backpack in a bouldering pad, and anyone who's struggled up long approaches, even Magic Wood, those steep hills, you know that like a good carrying system makes all the difference. There's nothing worse than turning up to a boulder tired. So Christian, real development going on there.
Yeah, we're making a lot of really good backpacks, from trail running to alpine climbing to multi-day missions. And we have a lot of knowledge and different kinds of carrying system for our backpacks, and so we took a hybrid from our climbing experience, from the climbing backpacks, where you have kind of a heavy load, and put that on the pad, and you can store that and tuck that completely away, so it doesn't, when you're using the pad, as a pad is not in the way or get somewhere. And if it's here, it's a full full loadable backpack carrying system. So it's adjustable in the height and the proper waist belt, so you can distribute the weight perfectly on the hip and the shoulders.
Okay. And
That's
then
really good.
more things I'm noticing. Number one is the beer in the side of the thing, which we have to talk about. So if you want water or a beer, more sensibly, in the pad, you got a space for it now.
No, without choke. So this is for the longer approaches, and so it's obvious at some point you can plug in your water bottle in there, and it's pretty cool.
And these
So
on the side?
yeah, I show you quickly. So all the high-end pads, the Mondo and this Erratic, they come with this corner dragging loops here on the side.
Yeah.
So if this is directly under the boulder, under the climber, and he starts here, but then moves and climbs towards right or left, then you as a spotter, you always need to keep an eye on basically landing zone and the climber, and it makes it really easy to just position the...
I have very personal experience of this because I got landed on by Anthony Goldstein many years ago, and I remember what I did. I was adjusting the pad from the bottom, so I had to grab it here, and I looked down and he fell and landed on me. Whereas if I had this, I can be looking at him, feel for it, and just slide it.
All of our pads now, the new pads, come with also a carrying system. So all the BD pads, they are having these carrying systems, so it's not a rocket science, it's pretty simple. So all the loops and the straps are on the same level, so you can easily attach a Erratic and a triple C circuit pad or a circuit pad to a triple C, and you just easily strap them together.
Like this, like paired earlier.
Like almost like that, but this is then, if you have an older version of these pads, then we came out with a Piggyback. So this is then a usual strap. You can store, I think, up to 3 or even 4 pads with that system. That's 4 strings going around the pads, pull them together, but you have here an additional storage for the guidebook. And
it's so simple, it's brilliant. Because honestly, I've spent so much time shoving things down bouldering pads, whereas I could put I travel light when I go bouldering. It's like shoes, chalk, maybe a snack, maybe a drink. You could put it all in there, and you don't have a backpack or a thing
and then
that drops
just
out.
Put it next to the boulder and you have it accessible.
Okay, cool. All right, well, Christian, when can we get our hands on this stuff?
So these products, the Erratic, the C, and the new Mondo, which I don't have here, but it's the same design. A little bit of the format of the new Mondo is different, a little bit slimmer, so you get easier through the boulder field, but the same square size. Another accessory what we have added to the line is the starter pad. So you can also put that easily in between the pads, but it's a simple starter pad with a carpet to clean the shoes. And the other item what we have is a gap stopper pad. So if you have a multiple pad scenario, you know it also, if you have a big crew, everybody bringing 2, 3, 4 pads, then you often have the scenario of like the gap between where you put the pads together. And that's like often like the place where you can easily twist an ankle.
Easily, yeah, you can fall between the pads and hit rocks.
And it's a pretty light gap stopper pad, thin foam, and it does exactly what it needs to do. It covers the landing zone, and then it's also for the climber easier to see where he has to land.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for showing me the range. Can't wait to get my hands on them.
Cool.
In the meantime, if you guys want to get bouldering pads or Black Diamond gear, then check out the Epic TV shop. Links down below. See you soon.